we are going to discuss about the visualizations. Let us see a couple of visualizations on the Power BI so that we have installed the SQL Server database and we are trying to connect to the SQL Server database in order to carry the data from the SQL Server to the Power BI. So my server name is Lenovo-PC, and then I'm trying to connect to the AdventureWorks, which is the default database that I think it is not, nothing is there in the AdventureWorks, and it is AdventureWorks 2014 is the one where I do have it. So I want to select sales store and all kind of stuff. So if you can take it. So I'm going to make load all these things. Okay, you want me to show something from cloud, Suresh? Okay, I will take it up then Google Cloud, okay, rather than using the AWS. Why? Because even if you wanted to, implement any sort of AWS or Azure, okay, you need to launch a database. Either of the same, both of them are same. Launching a server and the server will have some IP. Anything is same, but I will try for the Google BigQuery. Google BigQuery is one of the cloud database that we can try it out. Okay, right. Apply the changes. They are all still processing. It may take some more time. See, as we have selected a lot of data, it's feeling difficult in order to process all at once. So we have here a count of business entity, and if you want to see this, this is a sum of or the count of the business entity. For example, we already seen that if we wanted to see the data of the business entities, you can always try checking something like this. Okay, it's not the business entity, rather let me select that part. Whatever we select, we will come across with them. Okay, I think that we have sales and the customer, the store ID, okay, person ID, all stuff. Sales store that we have got selected. So this is the one, salesperson ID and the name, which kind of data it is, business entity IDs. So next door bike store, new bikes company, worthwhile activity store, global plaza, e-commerce bikes, tiny bike boutique. See, these are all the different demo. This is the demographics and the person ID and the row GUID, modified date. See here, there is nothing like direct data over here, unless and until we need to pick from the multiple entities over here. Okay, so if we can take a look at this one, we wanted to see something contacts sales versus sales by the fiscal year. So I don't see null sales, like there is no sales data over here. And let me check individual customer related stuff. So a lot of categorical data where we wanted to implement. So mostly it is just showing me something like which is quite related to the demographical data. Okay, I should say. So I'm going to remove this part. Rather, I'm just trying to use this demographics. Okay, why? Because whenever I selected this one, this is completely clearly showing me the kind of customers and their you know address type and the corresponding state and the city province. So I can always try selecting the city province under this one. Okay, where is the city province for this particular thing? We have the city province, and also we have the city followed by the name is quite enough for us. Otherwise, city followed by business entity ID is quite enough for us. Okay, in order to go ahead and check the maps related to this. So here, sales store is not only the one where we are trying to explore. So city is going to be one of the data filters. Okay, where I wanted to implement or showcase in this, and also followed by the name. First name and the city. So here where we have got the maximum. See, we know that this is going to be used by ESRI. Okay, where it is going to show us all the analytics related to the maps, and you should see that this is completely showing us the corresponding customers and their locations from where they are. If we are going to drag on to this one, it is going to show you the first name Angela and this corresponding city, and all the customers whoever that they have listed for this one. You can always view out here. This is this is the one where you can see ArcGIS maps particularly tagged for this Power BI, whereas this is the one map which was provided as a part of visualization, especially by the Microsoft using through Bing. Okay, so you should see that you can always see the legend legend over here, which is going to show you completely the first name and the corresponding location. See, if you want to export the data, if you want to see the data, you can click on the show data. So this show data will clearly show you the complete visualization picture of the people who are all there and related, first name along with the city. Okay, first name along with the city, different cities, and Brad along with different cities, kind of stuff. Let me check. And if we wanted to go ahead with the tabular data, this is the tabular data where we can go back to our report. And if you wanted to showcase something like this, is a tabular report where we have got it from this existing table data. Okay. And now let me just remove these things, and even page level filters and the report level filters I'm going to remove. If you can take an analysis about this part, first of all, okay, I wanted to remind you that the very first thing that we have to understand here, this is the one which is going to the fields. Under this fields we have some values where you can always try adding the data fields here. And number two is the filters, within which you can divide a filters into the two different filters. One is the page level filters, and another one is the report level filters. Okay, so these filters, using these filters you can just limit the data which you are going to show as a part of the visualizations and drill through. So keep all the filters. If you're just going to make on, and if you are going to drag any filter over here, this is going to get replicated, okay, with all the visualizations whatever that you're making it for the dashboard kind of stuff. Okay, I already have one project actually which was supported by the Power BI from the Microsoft, okay, which is going to be a human resource sample where we will see in a couple of days. So meanwhile we can also check the tax rate. Okay, what is the tax rate and the type of the tax rate? See, I want to select these two things. Okay, so I have selected the things and I want to see in a data tabular format. Okay, whenever I see this data in a tabular format, this is showing me something like this is going to be the sum of. Okay, so if you wanted to see the same thing here in the stuff, if you want to see the data, always rely on the data tab over here. This is a tax rate. So this is a tax rate and this is a tax types. See, tax types, whatever it is there, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, all these things are might be coming up from the foreign keys or something else like that. So 1, 2, 3, 1. These are the different types that we should understand here. So by looking at this part, can we segregate or can we group by this kind of data? Okay, so we can have a look at that part. I wanted to group by sum of tax rate, okay, based upon the tax type. Hence I wanted to go ahead and do the editing this query. Okay, I wanted to edit this query using the pivot. Okay, so here whatever the um, store or sales tax rate, I want to select this one. So out of which where I wanted to give some query. So here I wanted to implement an advanced query thing that I can use, but still I don't want to use that part. So easily, can you please drive me? How can I wanted to select the data. I wanted to have only two columns, which is grouped by tax type. And I want to say sum of the tax rate. Suresh, Prashanti, and Satya, can you please drive me this one so that we can see the visualization in various formats. The same thing. FX, you want me to do it. Click on FX. I didn't understand. You want me to click on FX. Okay. Okay, fine. Done. So you want me to give a function. Okay, fine. See, it's very simple. I want to delete this one. I don't want the IDs and all kind of stuff. I'm going to delete this one. Okay, and I'm going to delete all these things. I don't want, first of all. Okay, what I want is I want only type on the tax rate. Okay, and here hence what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the tax type or whatever it is, group by. Okay, so whenever if I click on the group by, what's going to happen, I want to group by the tax type. Okay, and the new column, is it going to give a new column? Yes, it is going to be it is going to give a new column called type of tax. Okay, and what I wanted to do, I wanted to do sum of what, sum of tax rate. Just say okay. See, type of tax type, this is the one where I wanted to make this one. This is a wrong entry, actually I have just given as a name. This is the one which is going to be the sum of tax rate. So I want to rename this one sum of tax paid. Okay, let me say. Okay, and here you see the values. Okay, and I wanted to make, okay, I wanted to make use of this one. Okay, I want to make use of this one. So hence I'm just trying to close and apply. I want to apply the same data here. So whenever if I'm going to apply the same data, this is what is the best visualization that we can apply for this kind of data, where it is segregating as a part of group by class for the tax type. So I prefer going ahead to the pie chart, where with the pie chart I can see, you know, limited number of entities that I can see here. So 10 to 20 limited entries can be, you know, entertained in the pie chart. So as a part of this one, this is the data that I have got. On the top of this data, I wanted to make some sort of visualizations. Okay, hence I'm just going back, I'm just deleting this part. I wanted to remove this one. Okay, so now whatever the data it is there with me, now let me have a visualization I wanted to do. First of all, make a tabular data. So sum of tax paid and the tax type, we have it handy. Okay. Earlier we have the multiple things, but now it is different case. So I have something like this tax type as, so it is not the way that I have to implement this one. So I'm just going ahead through the pie chart, and tax type and tax paid should not be something like this. Understand or not? So this is a tax type which is going to show us as a 6. Okay, where it needs to be segregated as a part of, you know, type of data. Okay, which needs to be segregated as a string value. Okay, and where I wanted to implement, you know, first of all, I don't want the some kind of stuff. So I wanted to see something like filter through the data. Okay, so I wanted to remove this tax type. Okay, and where I wanted to segregate that part. So we don't have any analytics for related to this one. I'm switching this one here. Okay, so this is going to make sense for us that the 2 is the tax type of 2, and this is a tax type of 1, and this is going to be the tax type of 3, where that I have simplified the way that how much it is going to be. Okay, understand this one? So it is all about how you are just adding the fields to your, dragging and dropping kind of stuff is very much important. Yes. Okay. So okay, actually I'm dropping out for today. Okay, with this pie chart. Tomorrow we will just go ahead with the bar chart and the line chart. We will explore a little bit more, okay, comparatively to this. Okay, and I will see you tomorrow, okay, with other visualizations that we are going to discuss. Okay, so if you do have any questions, I will just address them, okay, tomorrow. Yeah, we will do it tomorrow. Okay, we will create some tables, otherwise we will use from Excel sheets or something else, and we will try from that directly. Okay, right, see you all, bye.